So let's start the first unit of the POORVI book, and the first unit is called as Fables and Folk Tales. Before starting the first chapter of this unit, let's know what is fables and folk tales. Fables. Fables, it is a kind of short story which features animals as characters, and the purpose of such kind of stories is to give a moral lessons to its readers. And the second thing is folk tales. Folk tales, it is a kind of stories of a particular culture or a group which is circulated orally among a people through generations. So, after understanding the meaning of fables and folk tales, now let's start the first chapter of this unit. The name of this chapter is A Bottle of Dew. I hope or assume everybody knows what is dew. In case if you don't know, I am inserting a picture of it here on this page for your clarity. Okay. So let's read the first paragraph of this chapter. Ramnath was the son of a rich landlord. His father left him large tracts of land when he died, but Ramnath did not spend even one day looking after his land. This was because he had funny idea. He believed there was a magic potion that could turn any object into gold. He spent all his time to learn more about this potion. People cheated him often, promising to tell him about it, but he did not give up. His wife, Madhumati, was tired of this and also worried because she saw how much money Ramnath was spending. She was sure that soon they would be without money. So let's read this paragraph once again. Ramnath was the son of a rich landlord. So Ramnath was the first character introduced to us who was the son of a rich landlord. What is the meaning of landlord? Landlord means who is the someone who is the owner of some property. Okay. His father left him large tracts of land when he died. Means before Ramnath's father before dying gave him a large areas of land. But Ramnath did not spend even one day looking after his land. But what did Ramnath do? He did not take care of it even for a single day. This was because here is the reason for it. That is, he had a funny idea. He believed there was a magic potion that could turn any object into gold. Okay, he believed that there is a some kind of potion which is a liquid with some magical properties which can turn anything, any object into gold. He spent all his time to learn more about this potion, and he used to spend all of his time in learning about this potion, and because of that he did not take care of his father's land. People cheated him often, promising to tell him about it, but he did not give up. People cheated him often, promising to tell him about it, but he did not give up. Means Ramnath often got cheated by most of the people who who used to tell him that they will going to teach him how this magical potion works, but they never taught him this. And and Ramnath was also never stop learning this. People cheated him often, promising to tell him about it, but he did not give up. Means Ramnath often got cheated by most of the people, as most of the people promised him to teach him how this magical potion works, but no one ever did. But along with it, Ramnath also never gave up on learning how about this magical potion. His wife Madhumati was tired of this and also worried because she saw how much money Ramnath was spending. Here, the next person is introduced to us, who is Madhumati, who is the wife of the Ramnath, and she was worried and tired because uh, she sees how her husband is spending all of their money on learning about this magical potion, and because of this she is worried. And why is she worried? Because she was sure that soon they would be without money. Means she is 100% sure that if he keeps on spending all of their money on learning about this magical potion, soon they will be penniless, means without money. That was the reason of a worry. So now let's read further. One day, a famous sage called Mahipati came to their town. Ramnath became his follower and asked him about the potion. To his surprise, the sage answered, "Yes, in my travels in the Himalayas, I heard how could make such a potion, but it is difficult. Tell me," requested Ramnath, not believing his luck. So let's understand this paragraph. One day, a famous sage called Mahipati came to their town. What this sentence means, it is saying that a famous sage means who is a pandit or a baba, and whose name is Mahipati, came to the visit in Ramnath town. Ramnath became his follower and asked him about the potion, and then Ramnath became his follower, and he finally asked about the potion. To his surprise, the sage answered, "Yes, in my travels in the Himalayas, I heard how you could make such a potion, but it is difficult." So why Ramnath was surprised? Because when he answered, when he questioned about the potion to the famous sage Mahipati, he said, "Yes, in my travels he knew about the potion." He says when he were in the Himalayas, traveling to the Himalayas, he heard about this magical potion. It is difficult to make, but Ramnath said and requested him to tell him how this magical potion is made. And he is surprised, and he's not believing his luck, because he was in a he was very eager to knew about this magical potion since very long time, and no one was telling him, and no one is ready to tell him about this magical potion. And finally he had got the person who would tell him about this magical potion. You can say that finally someone agreed to tell him about this magical potion. Okay. You have to plant a banana plant and water it regularly with your hands. In winter, the morning dew is on the leaves. You have to collect the dew and store it in a bottle. When you have 5 liters of dew, bring it to me. I will chant some magic words which will turn it into the magic potion. A drop of the potion will change any object into gold. Now the story says you have to plant a banana plant and water it regularly with your hands. Now this sage Mahipati give the solution how he can make a magical potion. He says he has to plant a banana plant and water it regularly with your hands, and in winter he has to collect the morning dew of the leaves. He has to collect it and store it in a bottle, and he asked him to collect 5 liters of dew, and after doing all this, he has to bring it to him who is the sage Mahipati. Then what Mahipati is saying, he says, "I will chant some magic words which will turn it into the magic potion." So he says to Ramnath that he will chant some magic words. What is chant? To repeat or sing a word or a phrase repeatedly. Okay. So he will chant some magic words into the magic potion, and that will change any object into gold. This was the solution or the thing told by the Ramnath about the process of making the magical potion. Ramnath was worried, but winter is only for a few months. It will take me years to collect 5 liters of dew. You can plant as many banana plants as you want, but remember, you must look after them yourself and collect the dew with your own hands. This line says that Ramnath was worried. Why he was worried? Because Mahipati, the sage, told him that he has to collect the dew of winter season only. So Ramnath thought that he has to collect 5 liters of dew, which will take a very long time, as winter is for a few months. So how he will collect the 5 liters of dew? And in answer to that, sage Mahipati said he can plant as many banana plant as he wants, but the condition is he has to take care of it by himself only, and the dew was to be collected by his own hands. That is the condition which was told to Ramnath by the sage Mahipati. Now let's read the second part of this chapter. Ramnath went home and, after talking to his wives, started cleaning his large fields, which had been lying empty all these years. There he planted rows and rows of banana plants. He tended them carefully and during the winter months collected the dew that formed on them with great care. His wife helped him too. Madhumati gathered the banana crop, took it to the market, and got a good price for it. Over the years, Ramnath planted more and more plants, and they had a huge banana plantation. At the end of 6 years, he finally had his 5 liters of dew. So, let's know what this paragraph says. Ramnath went home and, after talking to his wife, started cleaning his large fields, which had been lying empty all these years. So, Ramnath told to his wife about the discussion he had with the sage Mahipati, and after talking to his wife he started cleaning his large fields which had been lying empty all these years. Remember, in the first paragraph we have read about the large fields which was given by Ramnath's father to him, and and it is mentioned above that he has not even took care of it even for a single day, and about that large field is being talked about here. Okay, and now he finally started working on that land for his banana plantation. So in that land he finally planted rows and rows of banana plants. He tended them carefully. What is the meaning of tended? Tended means to look after. Here is the meaning given. Look after, and during the winter months collected the dew that formed them with great care. And during the winter season he collected the dew which was on the leaves of the banana plant. His wife helped him too. Okay, he so this means that his wife also supported him in the decision of growing banana plants. And Madhumati gathered the banana crop. And what was the job of Madhumati? He used to collect a banana crop and took it to the market and got a good price for it. What she used to do, she used to collect the banana crop and she used to sell in the market and get a fair deal of that banana crop. Means she used to earn money by selling the banana crop. Over the years Ramnath planted more and more plants and they had a huge banana plantation, and slowly both Ramnath and Madhumati managed to grow a huge banana plantation by working hard on that land. And what we see at the end of 6 years he finally had his 5 liters of dew. So after the 6 years of doing persistent hard work on the vacant land, he finally managed to collect 5 liters of dew, which was needed for the potion. So now let's begin to read the last page of this chapter. Carefully he took the bottle to the sage. The sage smiled and muttered something over the water. Then he returned the bottle and said, "Try it out." Ramnath sprinkled a few drops on a copper vessel and waited for it to turn to gold. To his surprise, nothing happened. "There is cheating," he told the sage. "I have wasted 6 precious years of my life." But sage Mahipati only smiled and called Madhumati to come forward. She came with a big box. When she opened it, inside shined stacks of gold coins. Now, let's know what is happening in this paragraph. Carefully, he took the bottle to the sage. The sage smiled and muttered something over the water. So this line says that the 5 liters of the bottle, which was being collected by the Ramnath, was given to the sage Mahipati, and he muttered something over the water. Muttered means to say or spoke in a very low voice. See, here is the meaning of it. And the sage Mahipati said something in a very low voice to the water. Okay, then he turned the bottle and said, "Try it out." Ramnath sprinkled a few drops on a copper vessel and waited for it to turn to gold. Then after muttering some words to the water, the sage said to the Ramnath, "Try it out." Okay, whether it is try it out means whether it is turning any object into gold or not. Finally, Ramnath sprinkled a few drops of water on a copper vessel. Copper vessel means any utensil which is made of the metal. The name of the metal is copper. Okay, I hope everybody knows what is a copper vessel, and waited for it to turn into a gold. But to his surprise, nothing happened. So what has happened here is that after mm, af- after turning or splashing some drops of water on the copper vessel, he waited Ramnath waited it to turn into gold, but nothing has happened, and this is cheating, he told the sage. So he again mm, being cheated, he feels that he is again being cheated, like the bef- like before, and he said कि nothing has happened and he has wasted 6 precious years of his life. But after listening to this, Sage Mahipati smiled and called Madhumati to come forward, as she has a big box, and when she opened it, inside shined stacks of gold coins. Means when the Sage Mahipati called wife of Ramnath, Madhumati, to come forward and opened the box, and they see stacks of gold coins. Stacks of gold coins means gold coins in large amount, which they have earned by selling the banana crop. Okay, now let's read further. Now the sage turned to the very surprised Ramnath and said, "There is no magic potion that can turn things into gold. You worked hard on your land and created this plantation. While you looked after the trees, your wife sold the fruits in the market. That's how you got this money. It was your hard work that created this wealth, not magic. If I had told you about this earlier, you would have not listened to me. So I have played a trick on you." Ramnath understood the wisdom behind these words and worked even harder on his plantation from that day on. So now understand the meaning of these lines. Now the sage turned to the very surprised Ramnath and said, now the sage Mahipati looked at the Ramnath and said, "There is no magic potion that can turn things into gold. You worked hard on your land and created this plantation." Means that it is the hard work of the Ramnath that has led things into gold. There is nothing like magic potion in the real life. We all have to work hard and to get the gold coins. Okay, and how Ramnath managed to get the gold coins? By working hard on his empty land and by planting rows and rows of banana plants. While you looked after the trees, your wife sold the fruits in the market. And how he managed to get the sacks of the gold coin? Mm, by growing large plantation of banana plants, they managed to get the bananas which was being sold by the Madhumati in the market, and by selling it, they used to earn a money, and that is the reward of their hard work. That created the wealth, not magic. Means that is the hard work of working hard on his empty land and selling the fruit of it to the market to get the money or the gold coins. That is the magic, not that he will just utter some words, magical words, to mm, get the reward of it very quickly. Okay, and the sage finally said that he did not told him all of this earlier, because if he had told this thing before, he would have not listened to him. So he has to trick him so that he can follow all the words, or the all the or to make him done the hard work which he was not ready to do it before. So to teach him a lesson of hard work, that hard work is the only key to be successful, uh, and there is no shortcut of it. Okay, only a person will be successful if he do hard work. And the last lines said that Ramnath understood the wisdom behind these words. Wisdom means the deep understanding or the lesson which was being taught by the Mahipati, that sage. And after getting the lesson or understanding the deep meaning of his words, he finally worked hard and on his plantation. From that day on, means from that day he keeps on doing hard work and stop believing in some magic potion. Now he started believing his hard work, which will help him to become a successful man. And this beautiful story is written by the Sudha Murthy. And before ending this chapter, we should always keep in mind that there is no shortcut of success. Only hard work is the key for success. Okay, only hard work is the key for success. So always remember these things and keep working hard for your goals or your dreams, and you will get the success very soon. Thank you.